Morning. My name is Mike Rogers Sr. I'm the proud owner of Mike Rogers Tax and Accounting Services, located here at 618 Aberdeen Road in our beautiful city of Hampton, Virginia. Today we have a guest to my left, Patrick Walker of P&T Walker Group LLC. Uh, the origin and the purpose of his business is housing veterans who have mental issues, who have issues with drugs and alcohol, and we're just going to talk about it this morning.
Thanks for having me, sir.
Yes, thank you for being here. Even though Mr. Walker uh, does not share the same glorious fraternity that I do, which is Kappa Alpha Psi, I want to know, how does he feel being an alpha sitting in those crimson chairs?
No, no. You know I'm your granddaddy, so don't even try it. See how you start. So you're going to start the small talk. Oh, it's all good. Let me tell you like this. As much as we joke around about fraternity and sororities, we all are one brother and sisterhood as well. The
Absolutely.
Divine Nine is strong as ever.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I was contemplating on selling a home because I knew at the time in they were shopping around to purchase a property. Unfortunately, they didn't buy the house that I was selling. They ended up buying a house on the water, um, which of course they've loved ever since then. And then they went ahead and bought another 4 or 5 houses after that. So we're both in the real estate game in conjunction with our primary primary occupations other than real estate as well. Um, and it was just like two African American brothers came together, and we just had a whole lot of commonality that has worked and over the years to the tune of 20, 25 years or better. And I wouldn't trade it for nothing.
That's what's up. I know with me and Michael have always tried to show examples of how people of color can work together. We found that it's difficult sometimes when you have multiple partners in something. You're gonna have disagreements. I have no problems with that, and he doesn't either. We have our opinions, but for me and Michael, we've always been able to come together at the end and get things done, no matter what. And that's one of the things that I've always admired about Michael. He's a very strong-minded person. When he says he's gonna do it, the vision is there, but the momentum and the actions are there just as fast. And next thing you know, you see the results, the final, product. And that's one of the things why me and him have gone in, and we've had some ventures here and there. And to say that they all were successful, no. But we just keep churning. We keep finding what we like, what we don't like, what we're going to deal with, what we're not going to deal with, and we move forward with that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Of course, getting back to the fraternity scenario, Patrick being the alpha, Alpha was founded a few years before Kappa Alpha Psi. Um, so the comment that he made that he's my grandfather, that was uh, that was a plug into that. However, we came Kappa Alpha Psi in January 1911. We came with our finesse, and
Is this a plug in again?
we just took it to a whole different level. We let Granddaddy know that we appreciate you, but this is the way we're gonna do it from now on.
See them pretty boys is something. That's why I love them. I grew up in Chesapeake, 757, all the way up to age 17. Then I went to Raleigh, North Carolina. Started my college at St. Augustine's College, which is now a university. Once my parents were older and got sick, I decided to transfer to Norfolk State. Behold the green and gold.
Yo yo.
And that's where I finished with my degrees in political science and pre-law. From there, however, I decided that I had an acting bug in me, so I decided to go to New York. I got a very, very, very short extra spot in Malcolm X's Spike Lee's Malcolm X. You, if you blink, you'll miss me, but I can still say I was in it, even though I didn't get credits. But unlike Steve Harvey living in his car, me living in my car for 2.5 weeks, no money, no food, I said I got to go back home. So I came back to the 757 to restructure, got myself back in place, joined a theatrical group at the time, started writing plays, I got an agent, started doing several movies, commercials, documentaries, you name it, I've done it. But I also love being behind the camera. That was my forte, if you could want to call it. So after that, the business savvy was always there. Came home, got married. Wasn't expecting that, but got married 31 years ago. And I guess, as they say, the rest is history. I dabbled a little bit with different businesses, retail. It was challenging at the time because doors weren't opening up very well for people of color. Um, Getting into the malls seemed it was a double standard. You would get one price if you were this, and you would get another price if you were that. So we ended up doing what we call home to home shows. We modeled after some of the greats like Mary Kay's, the MLMs that you go to the house and start selling. That did very well. Once that got established, we decided to go back to our roots. We knew military, we knew mental health, we knew education. So that's when we decided to open our doors to the mental health program dealing specifically with veterans. In the beginning, nobody wanted to talk to me. Nobody wanted to open doors. People were being selfish. Quite honestly, the rules have changed since then, but you had people inside the VA that were actually getting benefits with these veterans, housing them at their places, but they weren't outsourcing them to people out in the community. Well, fortunately, my sister-in-law and her husband had a nursing home, and they don't take veterans, but they got a call one day and they called me immediately saying, "Hey, I know you want to start this business. Um, what do you think?" I immediately ran over there, talked to the individual, talked to the social worker. She was ecstatic. And from there, we started off with two. Now we have 18 currently. And I say all that to say that we, again, as people of color, we got to stop this. I can't tell you about anything. I can't inform you about anything. Information is so helpful. What you do with it is up to you. Michael could sit here all day long and try to tell me about accounting, but by not having that full background that he has, that extensive area of education, I'd be a lost puppy. But I would appreciate him if he did explain it to me versus, "Oh no, I can't do it. Just give it to me. I got it." Things like that. So, again, Hampton Roads has been very, very, very now open arms, appreciative. People have always come to us saying, "Hey, you're doing a great job. You all are really taking care." Family members are so overjoyed and overwhelmed on how well they're kept, as well as when they go to their doctor's appointments.
My
So,
mindset, I'm joining uh, to help take care of my oldest daughter because I was a teenage father, and I said I need something that I could be proud of, uh, short term and long term, and then I would send a message to her to do your duty to one's country.
mhm,
And ironically, she ended up joining the military, retiring from the military, the United States Army, as a lieutenant colonel. So I guess me planting that seed
mhm.
in her, showing her it's okay to join the armed forces. Uh, you benefit, the country benefits, your family benefits, and the like. So
Absolutely.
it was a wonderful experience for me.
Mhm.
And if I had to do it all over again, I would.
Absolutely. I said the same thing. I was in ROTC in college. I wanted to be Rambo, so everything. I'm jumping out of airplanes. I'm sitting here busting my tail trying to get in Ranger school and all this stuff. And yeah, I thought we were gonna get deployed, and I was actually ready. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. But unfortunately, I decided to change my career path. Only stayed in for a short period of time after graduation, And so it still gave me it still gave me some leadership qualities. It taught me how to be a leader. It taught me how to be, you know, just because I'm in charge doesn't mean that I'm supposed to let my lessers or my insubordinates do all the work. I
Right.
always wanted to be an example.
Right.
So I'm in the trenches with them. And I think that's what we need as Black leaders in the community.
Yes.
We've been in the trenches, Mike. We've been there. We've done that. Now it's time with this youth that's out here currently. We need to be able to express to them that, hey, it's more than just rapping. It's more than basketball. It's more than football, because at any moment you could lose an ACL.
Yes.
You could injure yourself. You could be killed out there in the streets trying to get that street hustle on.
Yes.
So to find variance in what we're doing, getting a legacy, just like you just said,
Yes.
you establish a legacy as well as I. I got 5 great grandchildren right now. And I want to show them examples of how I don't want you to work for someone for long. Do
Right.
you need to? Yeah, by all means, you need to work for somebody. Get yourself acclimated to what's going on in society. Then develop your own thing, and then go out there and just go for it. Pray
Yes.
about it, and
Yes.
then go out there and step out there and get your own. I tell everybody, get your own business.
Yes. Absolutely.
Hey, come on down to Mike Rogers, where we handle all your tax and accounting needs. 618 Aberdeen Road, Hampton, Virginia. Just relax, we'll do your tax.
Again, my name is Patrick Walker. I'm the president and CEO of P&T Walker Group. We were established in 2003. Our primary goal was to help elevate disabled veterans through utilizing our homes, making them feel like they're at a home and not a facility, helping them get off of drugs and alcohol, making them feel like part of a family. My wife and I have been doing that for such a long time that we've even specialized in getting high risk. In other words, we take clients that no one else wants, including hospitals, adult homes, and other facilities. We've been very successful with that. We've had such accolations throughout the VAs and even CSB now. The Community Service Board of Hampton Roads also comes to us now and asks, can we provide homes or even beds for their clients as well? And we've had our opportunities to do that as well. This being a business, where we'll have clients that's been with us for about 6 months, helping them establish their income through SSI, disability, and so forth, VA benefits as well. So it's not a thing of we not going to house you because you don't have any money. We're going to still house that individual no matter what, because
That's
it's all about
awesome.
caring. When you care, when you show yourself in the community, you make yourself I make myself feel a lot better. That's my ministry, if you want to call it that. It's going to be my ministry out here in Hampton Roads.
Mr. Patrick, how did you get into this?
Well, my wife and I are both veterans. Her mother was a veteran, and that was her vision back in the day. Unfortunately, she passed away about 23 years ago. Being in the medical field for so long, I worked at Eastern Virginia Medical School for 18 years as their senior director of mass communications. My wife, being
Nice.
a nurse for over 43 years, recently retired. We really had a very good understanding about mental health, which is something that a lot of facilities, i.e., police departments, fire departments, EMTs, don't get enough
Mm-hmm.
education on that. So what we decided to do was we opened our own house to our first clients back in 2003. People thought it was unusual. People thought it was crazy. We said, well, this is what we're going to do. It worked out very well, very successful. One of the things that when people come to me and ask, how do I do this? I tell them it's going to take a whole lot. You're going to do a lot of things that are unexpected, but this is not I'm going to collect a check on the first and just smile and walk away. This is a
Mm-hmm.
24-hour business. You'll get a phone call at 2 a.m. Somebody's out and about, police picking them up. You got to go get them. Someone gets hurt,
Wow.
someone needs some assistance with health issues, we do that as well. I've had guys bedridden, I've had guys with dementia, you name it. I even had a female facility for a year, but let's just say that didn't work out too well. You know how you women are. You know how you women are. Nobody got along, so that was disbanded. Okay.
Wow. I think that's a great business. Um, so like, do you guys accept forms of insurance, or is this like something that's strictly between you and your client?
Again, we're very unusual. I am not licensed, which is a rare
Okay.
thing. A lot of people, I will say this, licensure is good. However, in the state of Virginia, let's just say once you're licensed, you no longer own that business.
No longer. I agree.
The state of Virginia, I'm gonna just be real. The state of Virginia will come in at any moment. They can walk in the house at any time.
Hmm.
And I'm gonna use a good example that is true. Walk in, tell you baseboards are dusty. I'm gonna shut you down until you get it cleared.
Yeah, that's definitely true. Because even in childcare,
Hmm.
I had my own childcare facility, and licensing coming in and just walking in at any moment made the staff freeze. Because it's like, okay, now you
Absolutely.
have to try to hurry and look around and see if
Hmm.
there's anything out of order that could potentially mess your business up. So,
The city of Hampton says we can have in each homes. Currently, I have 4 running. My ultimate goal is to have a full apartment slash hospital facility where they don't have to go to the VA. The VA is so overworked, so overwhelmed.
mm,
We have clients that come in from North Carolina. They get there, they ain't find a parking space because parking is limited.
yeah,
And if you miss your appointment, it's like, okay, oh well,
you
we're
better wait
rescheduled.
another
Now you got
couple
to
of
drive all the way
months,
back.
maybe even
Absolutely,
years.
absolutely. So I feel like if I can establish a local facility where they are housed, they have a medical facility there, a pharmacy there as well. Um, we can make their again, we want to make their lives more convenient. I want them to feel I don't
Agree.
want them to feel like a patient. I don't even like calling them clients. I call them family. I
Yeah.
call them my brothers. They were my brothers in arms. They're still my brothers. And so that's my ultimate goal. So that's one of the things that I'm working on now, and hopefully in the near future that will be established as well.
I hope so too, because that's actually a great business. It's so many veterans on the side of the street, or so many people that you see when you're walking up and down the street, and they're holding up signs saying,
Hmm.
a veteran, or I have 3 children. I was
Hmm.
recently
Hmm.
separated from the military, and the number of veterans there are that the VA takes so long. So if they didn't get out and get everything in order before they got out, it could take years, and sometimes during those waiting periods, they just can't make it. And so that business is certainly beneficial. That's something that you
Hmm.
can probably take nationwide, because that's needed.
Absolutely. I think specified housing is necessary. Adult adult homes, they don't tend to take veterans a lot because it's not a guaranteed thing. A veteran can come with you, contract with you, and then leave in the same day. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. You can't contractually bind them or anything. So a lot of nursing homes, a lot of adult homes stray away from veterans.
Right.
I wish they would create more veterans homes, veterans apartments, complexes, and
Mm-hmm.
so forth. But again, a lot of times money goes in other directions and not where it needs to go. And that's the people that sacrifice their life, including Mr. Rogers. He's a
Right.
naval vet.
Right.
You know, what happens if he were succumbed by some injury that he had back in the day? Now he's got to go
Right.
through the long process of doing paperwork. He's got to find out a percentage of how disabled he is and so forth. Um, and it's just a very, like you said at first, it's a very tedious process that they have to go through. And unfortunately, a lot of times to get things done, you almost got to exaggerate your disabilities
You're
just for
absolutely
them
right.
to look at you, to give you benefits that you deserved. I mean, we all put our lives up for whatever reason, for whatever disagreement that the United States of America has, but
Mm-hmm.
yet we come home and we have to deal with our own people now telling us, okay, thank you for your service. I am so tired of that statement. It
Yeah.
makes me sick.
Yeah.
Okay, I appreciate that, but thank me by compensating me and the rest of my brothers and sisters in arms that were out there
Yeah.
doing what they had to do and was ordered to do to get home safely, to make this country free as it is.
And then they have sacrificed their families as well, like the people that bring their families all along. And so
Absolutely.
just imagine that military spouse or those military children who were used to this lifestyle. They have insurance, no worries.
Right.
They have their housing allowance, no worries.
Mhm.
It's consistency. And then they, like you said, come here, and then while they wait, just wow.
Absolutely. I mean, even think about the situation now with the government. If we don't get this debt situation resolved by June, military salaries could be cut, disability salaries could be cut. A lot of things can just vanish overnight
Yes.
based on men and women sitting up in Congress and in the Senate arguing over stuff that just is irrelevant. You know, it's sad once again that we call ourselves a nation, but who are we really, granting, it's very.
Once your taxes done right, you gotta come see Mike.
My day begins at 9 o'clock when I enter the building. My administrative assistant is normally here, so
My name is LaTanya. I help Mr. Rogers prepare the tax documents.
I don't know what we would do without her. Mr. Dale has been my client for about a little over 6 years. He's been a real estate investor for a little over 50 years.
He's as good to work with as anybody I've ever worked with.
Cornelius and Leah have been a client of mine a little over a year now. Between the two of them, they have 5 businesses.
Mike, he's real easy to talk to, down to earth. He doesn't make things complicated.
Real estate agents and entrepreneurs run their own business. Here at Mike Rogers Tax and Accounting Services, LLC, we all say, just relax and we'll do your tax.
Call Michael Rogers Tax and Accounting, 757-224-7001.